Hello everybody, welcome back to the EAFC Aston Villa career mode, and it is deadline day and we're taking on Leicester City, so I don't know what's actually going to happen in this episode, but I said we're making this one of the most realistic saves you'll ever see, hopefully, on EAFC, and by that I said I was going to set up a spreadsheet. So if I just click this button on my recording software, this is the spreadsheet. There it is in all of its glory. Yeah, it took me quite a while. It's full of algorithms and coding and things that we can change when we sign people and automatically update this stuff, and it'll work out for us how many people we've got that fit the Premier League requirements and how many people will fit the Champions League requirements. And as you can see at the moment, we've actually got 4 potential spaces for anyone we want in the Premier League, and 3 potential spaces for anyone we want in the Champions League. Now, there are a few things to note, is that we do have a number of people out on loan. Anyone in this column that at club is no is currently out on loan at another club. So our actual total number of players is 38, but we have 24 players currently in the club at the moment, 3 of which are under 21, 15 in the whole squad are homegrown from country, 5 in the squad are academy products from Aston Villa, and 2 are in the squad under 21 and academy products, which is the Villa under 21As here, who are separated out because they don't count towards our quota for the Champions League. So as long as that number is above 4, that number is above 8, and this number is below 25 or 25 or below, then we are okay. We're all good. So we actually have a bit of room to sign some players today if we want to on deadline day. But that is enough of the spreadsheet that we'll be using to track our homegrown contingent and making sure we abide by all the rules that are in place for real teams. Yes, that is where we are. We also have youth scout reports to look at as well, very important. And I wanted to add another rule for making this a realistic save, which for me is that our youth academy should be set out like a real squad, a real youth team. So it should have 2 goalkeepers, 3 centre backs, 3 full backs, probably like 3 central midfielders, 3 wingers or 3 wide players, so to speak, and then maybe 2 centre forwards to choose from. So there would be enough rotation. Now, obviously, in the rush style that we'll do, that you can only play 5 players at a time when I've been doing those off camera, but that's another thing that I'd like to keep an eye on. So we'll have to keep a little look at it and see how it goes. Now, we obviously do want to only bring in... Wow, that's a shit face, isn't it? That is an awful face for Austin Baldwin there. But yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on what we're doing and how it's going. But this guy's potential 71 to 94, good pace, good dribbling, left-footed. Interesting. I'd suggest he is probably a centre-back. Okay, he's definitely not a centre-back. If we bring him in, we'd probably make him a winger. So I think Whitehead, and we're going to do it realistically as well. We're not going to judge on value of players. We're going to judge on what we can see from what our scouts bring back. So 45 to 59 overall is low, but this apparently has very good potential, 71 to 94. The other thing we can do is not rush into it and allow our scouts to take their time, which is probably a more sensible thing to do, right? In Scotland, we have Rory Baird, Lewis Grant, again, not too dreadful, Barry Clark, Angus McNeil, Ben Scott and Barry McKenzie have all been found as well. So we have a striker. Are we only looking for? I think we're only looking for a striker, right? In Scotland, which is interesting. But again, I think we'll give them a little bit of time to keep their eye on those players and things like that. And then we have Ansimov looking in Bulgaria for a centre back, if I remember rightly. Yeah. So yeah, there's 4 in there that he's found and not looking too bad. I do like the variation in the faces this year. It is better, although some of them look a bit crap, like Christoph there. Yeah, it is a little bit better. So I think we'll let those stew. But whilst we're looking at their reports, I wanted to tell you about that other rule that I was interested in. So this episode today, I was planning to do sim the Leicester game and then get to the young boys game in the Champions League. But because it's deadline day, And I think we know we've got space to bring players in, so I might look at strengthening the squad a little bit. But before we do that, let's get into match day. We are going to sim the Leicester game. We're going to try it and sim the Leicester City game. Also, had a comment to say, can we set Aston Villa up to be a bit more of like the 3-5-2 formation that they use sort of in real life, that they transition to in real life. So if I show you this, so without the ball, this is how we look like. A 4-3-3 with Unai holding in midfield. With the ball, we do go into a sort of 2-6-2, basically. I don't know why, because Rodgers moves up. Oh, it moves Tielemans out as a roaming playmaker to basically anywhere. And then we have... I'm trying to see who is overlapping with Digne on the left. Because it's not... I reckon they've got that a little bit wrong. Because... okay, let's go player into player role. So with the ball... Yeah, why has it got Bailey moving over to the left? That's odd. If I put you as a winger on attack... like so, then we get a sort of 2-5-3 system, sort of. Because what I don't want is I don't want Cash to be playing as an inverted fullback, which is what the comment suggested. But so I'm going to suggest that was a bit of a... I mean, a wide playmaker would do quite well. But an inside forward on attack, that's better. Like with the ball, custom, with the ball. Right, that's how I want it to look. So it goes to like a 2-5-3 in attack, and without the ball is a 4-3-3. That's, I think it was just having a little bit of a moment, as EAFC is crucial to do. So we keep 3 people up for a bit of a counter attack. Tielemans roams box to box in McGinn, holding 2 wing backs for Cash and Digne at the moment. Torres and Konza at the back with Martinez playing behind them. Lovely, 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 lovely. That is what I wanted to show you. So with that in mind, we just need to sort out the bench, and I need to remember to do this before every game, basically, or once before going into the main game. And I think we'll go with that. Kamara is an interesting one because I would like him. To be fair, I've got 3 cent. Courtney Howes, I think, can come off, so we'll go with that. And Gauchi is not our backup goalkeeper; it will be Olsen. So we're going to go with that. We are going to quick sim the game and see how we get on against Leicester City. And it's a 4-1 win. 55% possession, 7 shots to their 3, 6 chances to their 3. Goals for Watkins. Watkins got a brace in the 75th and the 85th. Who else got goals? Watkins scored 4. Unbloody believable. Ollie Watkins there with a perfect 10 rating and 4 goals. What a performance from Ollie Watkins. Lovely stuff. A lovely win for the team. Let's get into deadline day. So going into deadline day, the classic rule, we're not allowed to sign anyone over an 87 rated, which is our best player in Martinez in goal. So yeah, I'm not too sure how we go around sort of finding the players we want. We can look at who our scouts have found, I guess, so far. First team prospect sort of players in here. We've got quite a few looking young, good young players. We don't really need anything as a starter, I don't think. Valentin Gomez as a centre-back would be pretty useful. Let's have a look. Have we got anything with like detailed... Yeah, we've got loads in here with detailed info. So Goncalo Ramos is very unrealistic, I feel, for Aston Villa. I feel like we have to look at who we're signing from in terms of teams as well. So maybe another striker, maybe a winger. An option for a winger would be quite good. So we'd be looking for sort of pace, dribbling ability, finishing ability for our inverted forwards. So yeah, not 100% sure, to be honest. That's why I'm not... If we don't bring anyone in, I'm not too worried, because I know that we've got a lot of options. Marcus Rashford is there. I'd love to bring in Marcus Rashford, but Man United to Aston Villa, I don't think is really realistic at the moment. Maybe at the end of the season. Who knows if it carries on like real life with Villa doing better than United. Park Hyun-ho, pace 80, dribbling 66, shooting 61, but would be a good little backup option. Only 64 rated. That is pretty rubbish. Yeah, I'm not used to finding players on EAFC. So again, any comments, very helpful in the comment section. Giovanni Reina, 76 rated overall, 21 years old, 77 pace, shooting 72, dribbling 80, 10 million value, release fee of 29.9. Okay, we can whittle this down, can't we? To, I guess, attackers is what we want. Yeah, left wingers are counted as attackers. So Sofiane Diop, Alexis Manyoma, 86 pace, shooting 59, dribbling 72. Brian Aguirre, 72 pace, shooting 61, dribbling 71. Have we got any other wingers in here? That's what I'm more looking for, is a winger. Park Seung-ho is in there at 20 years old. Gabriel Jesus. Abdallah Sima from Stade Bois, I think it is. Pace 88, shooting 74, dribbling 72, 5.5 value. Can play as a winger, a playmaker, and an inside forward, which is very good for us. 6'2" as well, so a big boy. And let's have a look. So physical, acceleration, sprint speed, agility, really good. Jumping, stamina, strength, reactions, composure, attacking positionings are good. I sort of feel like he could be an option, right? Could be an option. I'm going to look at Abdallah Sima. So let's shortlist and view in Transfer Hub. We'll just skip through all of that. Is he moved to Brighton, or is he on loan from Brighton? Why do I feel like he is actually on loan? Or is that an error where he is actually playing at Brighton? No, he is playing at Brighton. This player is currently out on loan and therefore not be available at this time for any transfer negotiations. Right, well that puts an end to that one, doesn't it? That puts an end to that for sure. I love how Kevin Danzo is in here. And I've got it filtered by attackers. So let's just refresh that. We've got Yondu Yong. 75 is acceleration. Sprint speed 72. What's his shooting? Shooting 57. That's really bad. Okay, we have Romain Faver, 77 rated. I've just thought as well, maybe a central midfielder is actually better for us. Because Ross Barkley's not getting any younger. John McGinn's not getting any younger. Maybe a central midfielder is the way to go, actually. So we're going to scrap that original thought I had, and we're going to go for a central midfielder and see if we can pick up a bit of a gem. Juan Ignacio Nardone from Racing, 74 pace. No, I want passing, really. Passing and physical, potentially. Maybe a bit of shooting as well. So 60, 70, 79. Okay, I'm quite liking the look of Merlin Roll from Freiburg. Got good pace at 81, shooting 65, passing 69, dribbling 76. He's actually more of a winger, but that physically imposing 6'4" centre midfielder would be pretty useful, I think. Can play as a cam if needed as well. Very physical. Very, very physical. Technically, probably is lacking a little bit. Short passing is good. Dribbling is good. Ball control is good. And has the rapid, regular play style. I sort of feel like we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk to Roll, or talk to the manager there. No, we're gonna negotiate. I don't want to pay 19.9 million for him. We'll see what we can get. So we'll offer a transfer fee, and we'll go with market value's 10. So let's go 10. Well, 10.5. So let's go 11. Let's go 11. I was going to go 11.5, but let's go 11. And we'll just see, because we've got it on strict, so I don't know how strict they're actually going to be. 11 million for 22-year-old. It's near enough. Can we have a 9% sell-on fee? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Right, 11 million is fine. 9% sell-on fee. I'm happy with that. Let's have a chat to him, see if we can negotiate a nice little contract with him here as well. What would his role be at the club? Well, I think you'd be a rotation player. What do you think about that? That's what they're happy with. Good. Length of the contract, 4 years. I'm happy with 4 years. Yep, I don't want a release fee. That's not a problem. Financial terms. Now he's on 18.5. So let's up that to 25 because you're joining the Prem. And we'll just see what he adds on for a bit of an insult. He won't be joining your club. We'll see ourselves out. Well, I've pissed him off there, haven't I? Okay, I was looking in my scouts and they found Hwang Ji-won. And I'm very excited by Hwang Ji-won. He's got great pace and great physical. He's 22. He's got a low release clause, a small wage, and he can play centre-back, right-back and centre-mid. And he's very physical. Very, very physical. Which I like. I think we can train his technical attributes up. I think we're going to bring him in for 5.4. And we're going to pay that release fee because 5.4 million isn't very much for a Premier League club. We know that he's on lower wages as well, so I think if we offer him a little bit less as well. Yeah, sporadic, that's exactly what we want. We're just going to bring you in as a sort of player. 3 years is fine as well. We don't want a release clause in there, please. So wages, he's on 4,000. So I think if we just give him like... Should we just go 10? Let's just go 10. And then we'll give you a signing on fee of like $2,000. Just to get it in. And if not, then I'm being really off. My clients can join the club himself for 17,000 weekly wage, looking for 155,000 signing on bonus. And 81,000 after 5 appearances. Wow, okay. Edit wage. So signing bonus, that's far too much. Have 50 grand signing bonus. And we'll get you down to 13,000. And then we'll edit the bonus and say that after 15 appearances, you can get 85,000. And see if that's acceptable. No, that won't be good enough. We thought we were coming here to tie up this deal, but revised at this point to say the least. Hwang Ji will no longer join your club. Right. Well, that's 2 transfers I've ballsed up. Okay. We're going back to Juan Ignacio Nardone, who has pace, dribbling and physical ability, decent passing as well, 22 years old, can play as quite a lot of roles. We use box-to-box and holding in our team, which is pretty useful, and those physical stats for a 22-year-old are very good. 5'11", I'd like him to be a bit taller, but I do think we're going to go in for him as well. We're going to get that done, approach to buy, we'll pay the 7.6, because we don't need to be too fancy. Do I just delegate? And say, like, if we get ripped, that's far too much. So we're going to go in, we're going to negotiate, and we're going to get this one over the line. We're going to get this central midfielder over the line. He's on 11 grand at the moment. Sporadic is fine for us. That is not a problem. We'll give you a 3-year deal in case it doesn't work out. They're happy with that. We don't want a release clause. That's good. Right, you're on 11,000, right? So I'm going to offer you £20,000 and I'm going to give you a signing bonus of £90,000. And then I'll give you a bonus and say when you make 15 appearances, you can have another £60,000. There we go. Look. Come on. We're offering you a lot. An insult? I've basically nearly doubled his wage. Man, negotiations are hard this year. I know I've got it on strict, but bloody hell, these players are bloody greedy. Alright, I'm actually thinking of Jobe Bellingham. 6'3", 18 years old from Sunderland. Obviously, brother of Jude. Might be a bit controversial according that he played for... they both came through the Birmingham youth team, but I sort of feel like it's not a bad idea. Does play CM box-to-box, so would be a sort of John McGinn replacement. Can do a job up front as well. Potentially in cam as well. He's got some decent normal play styles. Finesse, slide tackle, technical and flair. Bit of room to grow as well, only being 18. And I do like the fact that he's 6'3". I know we don't need an Englishman, but I'm going to try for Jude Bellingham. Right, let's go and have a look at Jude Bellingham and see if we can negotiate a fee. So transfer fee... Again, I don't think we need to go massively above his value. Let's go 4 mil. And just see if we can pick up... I think around like 4 to 5 million for Jobe. That's reasonable. They're happy with 4 million anyway. Jobe. I don't know why I said Jobe Bellingham. Right. Negotiation. Okay, here we go. He's on 13.5. Right, he wants to be sporadic. That's fine as well. He's young. 4 years. Totally fine. He's going to be at the club for a while. Happy to not have a release clause. Lovely. Salary. He's on 13,000. Right. 30 2,000. A signing on bonus of £100,000. Submit. Right, that's a huge offer. Of course he's reasonable. I've overpaid. But we've signed. Our first signing is in. And it's the younger Bellingham. And I'm hoping he can replicate what his older brother's done. And we can sell him for lots and lots of money to Real Madrid later on in this save. But there we go. Joe Bellingham is in. Going through all of his tests. He is in and ready to go, which is very exciting. So for £4 million, we confirm the signing of Job Bellingham, and it gets a B, so it's not dreadful. Okay, market value 3.1, best possible was 3.2, but yeah, okay, we've put him on a pretty big salary, but our first signing is done. We have signed a new player, and Job Bellingham is in. Lovely. So we've had a few offers come in. Ramsey for 19.75 million to Man United, we will reject. We've then had Kamara for 36.1 to Spurs, we will reject. And I think we've got some loans in here as well. Yeah, Duran to Chelsea. That's ironic because that's the sort of thing that they would normally actually do as well. So yeah, cool. We had some other ones as well, but I think it's been automatically rejected. We haven't got anyone on the transfer list yet. Obviously, we've had all of our bids rejected. I wonder if can we make another offer, or is it? I think it's too soon, isn't it? I think it's too soon to make an offer because we messed up the transfer. We've got some unread emails in here. Yeah, offers withdrawn. That's fine. I don't want them to go in there anyway. 5 hours left. I don't think we're going to do any more businesses, so I think we'll just fly through this. Okay, I'm also looking at potentially bringing in a right back to compete with Matty Cash. And Elias Yellert looks very good. Pace 85, dribbling 73, physical 72, passing 67. Looking in at a bit more detail, very physical, which I like. And technical, not too bad. Crossing at 68 is a little bit low, but 21 years old. He's got rapid and anticipate. I think we're going to go for him as well at right back and see if we can convince Galatasaray to he's got 11.5. Why? Oh, is that saying then they're not gonna? The club isn't willing to sell. Okay, so we'll go 11.5. We'll try and get that done. See what we can do. I don't know if we know enough about him to know his contract details already and how much to pay. But I think in the Premier League, yeah, he's on 22,500. Okay, so I think. Do I go rotation at 21 years old, or is he going to replace Matty? He probably would replace Matty Cash. We'll start rotation and see if they... No, okay, they're happy with that, which is good. We'll go for a 3-year deal. They're happy with that as well. Yeah, no release clause. I don't want anyone taking him cheap off me. Thank you very much. They want 37,000. That's fine. The signing bonus is quite a lot. Let's go like 250 and we'll negotiate this down a little bit as well. Let's go 34,000. Let's just negotiate with them a little bit. See what they say. 37,000 a week is the minimum. Yeah, okay. We'll do 37,000. Right, we've got a right back as well. Excellent stuff. So Elias Gillette is in £11.5 million. Some pretty big money for a right back there. He is going to join as a B as well. So again, we haven't been too ripped off. They didn't want to sell him, so we just paid his release fee, and I'm happy with that. I think that is now our business all very much done and dusted, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with where we stand at the moment. If we go into team management and just have a look, so Matty Cash is a 79. But yeah, we're going to have a pretty big squad now, but Elias Geller can go on there instead of Nedeljkovic, who we could potentially look for a loan move for, to be honest. Bellingham can go on instead of Ross Barkley, I think. Ross Barkley, I didn't bring him to the club, so it's one of those where it's like, I didn't really want you here. And I think Buendia is going to miss out as well, to be honest. But yeah, so that's how we're looking at the moment. It's got decent squad depth about it. I'd like Maatsen and Elias Gillette, I think, to become our starting fullbacks, but we'll have to see how it goes for now. But that is how the squad's looking. We are going to end deadline day right there, and yeah, we'll see how it looks. Okay, we're getting some news to say that we have some changes in potential positions here. So Ramsey can become a left winger, which is very nice. Rodgers can also become a left winger. And Philigen can become a left winger as well. Buendia can go to right wing. Bailey can move up to right wing as well. So it just suits our system a little bit better, which is awesome. New positions available for youth players as well, because we've been focusing on that. So Costa can change to a left winger. Matthews can change to a right winger. And everything is going hunky-dory so far in this. We are going to be taking on Everton. We will do this game in this episode, and then I'll figure out what to do in the next episode as well. So I'm happy with the team. I'm happy with how we're lining up. Robert Jones is the referee for this one. Bellingham is on the bench, as is Elias Gelert. And yeah, we're starting to make this squad a little bit of our own whilst keeping the core in there as well. So let's get into this one. It's Aston Villa v Everton. So Aston Villa v Everton at Villa Park in the Premier League. Aston Villa coming off a fantastic 4-1 win over Leicester City, where Ollie Watkins scored all 4 goals for the Villains, and they'll be hoping to keep that form up. 2 new signings signed on deadline day make the bench. Will we see Jude Bellingham or the new right back Gelert? We'll have to find out. So as the players go through the rituals of the handshake, it's unsurprising that Aston Villa go with an unchanged team. That 4-1 smashing of Leicester City proving too good for Unai Emery to make any changes. So they're going to be lining up with Emi Martinez in goal. They'll have a back 4 in a 4-3-3 system, which is going to be Luca Digne, Matty Cash, Konza at the back next to Pau Torres. Onana, Tielemans and McGinn make up the midfield 3, with Watkins trying to bag more goals after his 4 against Leicester City. He is flanked either side by Rodgers and Leon Bailey. Everton will be lining up in a 4-2-3-1. Sean Dyche going with Jordan Pickford in goal. A back 4 of Kuiper, Keane, O'Brien and Coleman. Garner and Agissa Gay in midfield. Lindstrom plays behind Betanukel. Harrison and new signing Bian Gittens from Dortmund makes his debut. No Dominic Calvert-Lewin for Everton. And it is going to be the away team that get us underway for this one. And yeah, a bit of a fast pace already looking like for this game, as Everton are going to try and start fast. But Aston Villa in good form so far this season, picking up wins, a very impressive win against Arsenal and then a very emphatic win against Leicester City. They'll be proving that they wasn't just a flash in the pan. They want to prove that the opening game of the season was the blip, where they lost to West Ham, and the wins against Arsenal and Leicester City will be more common themes throughout the season. Onana finds John McGinn, who's got a runner in front of him in Matty Cash. Matty Cash takes over. Not enough space to get the cross in, so it goes back to John McGinn, who's going to try and bend one. It's over the bar, not troubling Jordan Pickford. John McGinn just drops the ball off to Onana and continues his run forward. Onana, that has opened up space for Leon Bailey here. Leon Bailey just trying to create a bit of space. Gives it off to Matty Cash. Ball in it goes towards the area. Oh, it was a dramatic effort there at the back post from Rodgers, who is in superb form as well. He's got 2 goals in his last 3 games for the club and is enjoying time on that left wing. That's a great tackle to win the ball back, as Yuri Tielemans can bring it forward. McGinn up into Bailey. Leon Bailey with a shot straight at Jordan Pickford. Easy save. McGinn finds Watkins. Great counter-attack opportunity here for Aston Villa. Leon Bailey could be in. It's a great save from England's number 1, Jordan Pickford. And Everton have their goalkeeper to thank at the moment. This is going only in one direction, this game so far, as Beto gives the ball off to Jack Harrison. He is easily tackled by Lucas Digne there. And Digne can now come forward. Yuri Tielemans in a lot of space. Yuri Tielemans has runners. Leon Bailey holds it up well. Matty Cash could be in. What a challenge. No, ref's given a free kick. And could it be a card here for Idrissa Gana Gueye? I think that is. The ref's going to give him a talk to it. It is a yellow card for Idrissa Gana Gueye. And, well, Leon Bailey hobbling a little bit. I thought it was a good tackle, but must have come through the back of him. As, yeah, it looked fine. Got the ball. Nothing wrong with that. But Lucas Digne over this free kick. Now, can he have a go with this? We'll have to wait and see. Can he just get it round the wall and test Jordan Pickford? Lucas Digne, it's a good effort. Not enough power on it. And Jordan Pickford with an easy save. Leon Bailey. Nice little step over to create some space there for Leon Bailey. Gets it back onto his left foot, puts it in towards Rodgers. That's going to be easy for O'Brien to win that header though, and Everton look to counter, and Beto is a very isolated figure up front for the Toffees at the moment, but he's done very well to get past there. But Pau Torres covers the ball off well. Good touch from Onana. Into Digne. Up it goes to Tielemans. Ollie Watkins holds it up. Looks in towards Rodgers. Morgan Rodgers gets around his man. Rodgers cuts it across. Ooh, great interception from Gay. And we're getting reports from the touchline that Leon Bailey has sustained a bit of a knock after that tackle from Idrissa Gana Gay. So that's one we'll have to keep an eye on, as Everton just starting to get a little bit of possession of the ball now. Definitely growing into the game. They've kept their defence reasonably tight, and Jordan Pickford's kept them in the game. But yeah, half an hour gone, and it is pretty much still all Aston Villa. As it's lovely football this, as McGinn plays it out towards Matty Cash. Matty Cash just trying to create some space. McGinn floats it into the box up towards Watkins with a header over the bar. So it looks as though Leon Bailey has signalled to the bench that he's not going to be able to carry on in this game. He's been holding that hamstring on his left leg, I think it is. And yeah, he's proving to be a little bit difficult for him to get through. So I'm sure we'll see a change for Unai Emery's team the next time the ball goes out. And it is going to be a change then. Leon Bailey off, and it's going to be replaced by youngster Jacob Ramsey coming on. Leon Bailey jogging off there, so it can't be too bad, but as precaution, Unai Emery doesn't want to take any risks. Onana gives the ball off to McGinn, who's got runners in front of him. One of them is Watkins. Turns really well, Watkins away from his man. Great save from Jordan Pickford again. Corner ball, Jordan Pickford at the ready as John McGinn swings it in. Onana with a header. It's always going to be tough to score from there. McGinn finds Ramsey, the player off the bench, replacing the injured Leon Bailey. His shot is charged down and the ball's cleared away, and Everton have really offered very, very little in this game, although that's a poor pass out from the back. And here is Gittens, signed from Borussia Dortmund, and he's on a good run here, and he's just had to be hacked down by Matty Cash. And Matty Cash could be in a bit of trouble. This should be a yellow card. He was going for the ball. It's a red card. Referees deemed it reckless, and Matty Cash has been sent off in the first half of a game that Aston Villa have been absolutely dominating. It's nowhere near the ball. He's brought him down very cynically. The ref had no choice. Red card. So Unai Emery absolutely fuming on the sideline. The players can't believe it. Unai Emery's having a right old go at the fourth official, but it will lead to a substitution as Morgan Rodgers, a man in form, but he's going to be replaced by new signing Gillette to maintain that back four. And again, it could be a dangerous free kick as Everton swing it into the box. Beto with a header, great save from Martinez. And can Everton make this 1-man advantage count? Not a 10-man advantage, that would be ridiculous. As Garner takes the corner short to Harrison. He's robbed well by Yuri Tielemans. And Aston Villa have just got to be a little bit more sensible with the ball now. As Ramsey does lay it off to Elias Gillette. This is the first time we're seeing the new man in action. He probably wasn't expecting to get his debut in the first half due to a sending off, but he's done very well here. Puts a cross in, easy for Pickford. And, well, a good start for Gillette, definitely. Half-time then, 0-0. Aston Villa with the better of the first half, but they've got to play the second half with 10 men. So the second half getting underway, and obviously it's also used up 2 of Unai Emery's substitutions that he's allowed in 2 different instances as well. So they do only have 1 more instances for substitutions, Aston Villa, with 3 more available players to bring on. McGinn just gives that one back to Yuri Tielemans, winding up a big shot. Pickford saves it. Lands on it at the second attempt is what I'm trying to say. And yeah, it just goes to show that Aston Villa aren't giving up this game even though they've got 1 man less. Tielemans picks out John McGinn, who's in a lot of space. John McGinn! Oh, Pickford, another really good save. We're trying to fire him in from distance. We're struggling to find Ollie Watkins as the corner comes in towards the back post. Onana trying to get under it but can't. And Lindstrom heads that one away. Up it goes to Harrison, but he's robbed. And Aston Villa are still looking the better of the 2 teams, which is quite a damning indictment of Everton's style of play, to be honest. They haven't created much. They haven't used that extra man to their advantage. And Aston Villa are still on top at the moment. Watkins gets the ball into feet from Yuri Tielemans, just trying to hold it up as a good forward should do, and he's done better than that. He's actually got into the box here, Ollie Watkins, and he's still going, but shows a little bit too much of it to O'Brien. A good challenge there. Ooh, nearly won it back. Lindstrom coming forward with it, ball through into Beto. Beto shoots, not a good shot. An hour gone, and that's Everton's first real chance of the game, I would say. McGinn finds Geller. He goes up towards Ramsey, holds it up well, gives it back to Tielemans. Gets round a pretty feeble attempt of a tackle, but his pass is really poor. And Everton can look to break. Here is Lindstrom, who's a good player, someone that I'll definitely have my eye on in a possibly later season. If Everton get relegated, potentially we can pick him up. I'll tell you what, on this form, Everton will definitely get relegated. They've been absolutely rubbish. Geller, the new signing's getting involved quite a lot. It's good to see here. Geller comes forward and he's got Yuri Tielemans on the edge. Oh, great tackle from Jimmy Garner. So 20 minutes to go. We see the first change for Everton. I'm not too sure that was coming on, but it's Picao, but it's the left winger Gittins going off. And yeah, I don't know if they've made any other change, but Bayern Gittins goes off and is replaced by Paxiao on the wing. Let's see if that changes Everton's fortunes. I'm not too sure it will, to be honest, as McGinn looks up to Watkins, but defender read it well. Tielemans up into Watkins. Great ball to find the striker's feet. Watkins still going. Watkins shoots. Goal! Ollie Watkins give the 10-man Aston Villa the lead at Villa Park. It's 5 goals in 2 games for Ollie Watkins. A great ball into his feet from Yuri Tielemans. Turned around the defender onto his left foot and fired it past his England compatriot and makes it 1-0 Aston Villa. I just don't think Jordan Pickford was expecting me to shoot from there, but it's a great finish. 1-0 Villa. Tielemans out towards Ramsey on the far side. Really well read by De Cooper to put in a good tackle as Pacquiao comes forward now. He's not had too much of an impact on the game. I'd say Everton's best player probably has been Lindstrom in the middle, as Geller covers that well, but it is going to be a free kick to Everton, and that will allow some more changes to happen as Aston Villa bring off John McGinn, Onana and Lucas Digne to be replaced by new signing Joe Bellingham, Kamara and Maatsen at left back. Ramsey holds it up really well and releases Elias Geller at the right back on his debut here. Very high up the pitch and doing really well. Cuts it back. Ramsey trying to get into some space. Oh, he was trying to find Watkins but couldn't get the ball out. And Aston Villa really not making the most of a great counter-attack opportunity there from Everton's free kick. As Idrissa Gana Gueye picked up that early yellow card but has kept his discipline for the rest of the game. That's a great tackle. And here is Joe Bellingham coming forward, lays it off to Tielemans, just get the balls out of his feet into Watkins. Oh, Watkins has turned the defender. Ollie Watkins could be in for another. Oh, I think the defender just put him off enough. With 5 minutes to go, that would have wrapped up the game as Lindstrom comes off to be replaced by Mangala. Bellingham, good turn, gets away from his man, flying into the tackle with the referee who's keen to give out red cards. That's a brave attempt of a tackle there as Kamara just takes the sting out of the game. Finds Bellingham. In it goes to Geller. Round the corner to Ramsey. Ramsey gets it onto his left foot. Shot's blocked. And Everton will look to break. Beto had gone miles offside as they changed to a 2-man striker system. Here is Beto. He got back onside into the last few minutes of this one at Villa Park. And that's been marshalled really well. Beto was rubbish. And that is full time. The 10 men of Aston Villa pick up a win. It's another 3 points for Unai Emery's men. So into the press conference then. Digne was a good passer today, apparently. Let's we can celebrate. He's not at max morale, so we can celebrate that. Watkins stood out today. He was very, very good. We'll encourage, we'll celebrate. We'll celebrate his match-winning goal, which was good. Very good. So there you go. He's into very happy. So we can't let him get too complacent. And there seemed to be no response to McGinn today, considering his dribbling. Were you impressed with that performance? Do you know what I was? Let's encourage him as well, because John McGinn is our club captain and he was very, very good. And from a personal point of view, Elias Geller at right back felt very good on the ball, and I think Matty Cash may struggle to get his place back. But next up, in the next episode, is the Champions League. As you can see and hear going on in the background, it's the Champions League coming up next. It's Young Boys Bern who we are taking on, and that is the game we'll play in the next episode. In the next episode then, I will commit to this right now because we don't have deadline day sneaking up on me like a little bugger. We will be playing the Young Boys Burn game. We will simulate Wolves and Brighton in the Cup, and then we'll play Ipswich Town to see out the month of September, and then we'll head into, I keep doing that every time, we'll head into October for a massive month of football where we have Bayern Munich and Man United, along with Fulham, Bologna and Bournemouth as well. So we'll see out September in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.